Okay chums, let's do this. What's up dupers? I've been away. Again. But I've been spending that time wisely. I had to do a very important university project and I watched Jessica Jones on Daredevil Season 2. They were great, especially Jessica Jones. But today I'm not here to talk about the Marvel Netflix series. Actually, I'm here to talk about the Big Finish Doctor Who Doom Coalition 2 box set. This one. Okay, let's begin the review. This story is Nic Briggs' first contribution to the 8th Doctor range of Big Finish since the second series of Dark Eyes, which was, I think like 2-3 years ago. And it's also the first story to feature the Vought, who were first introduced in the first Doctor story serial, The Keys of Marinus, in 1963, I think. Since their 2014 early adventure, Domain of the Vought. Now, the setting of this episode is easily the strongest aspect. The coastal, isolated town of Hexford is perfect for this small, self-contained and sort of claustrophobic tale. It kind of reminds me of a base under siege kind of story, but without being one. It's a town under flood story, if you will. And that really works in this case because it lets us explore in more depth the guest characters and how the Doctor can affect regular people's lives. And that is exactly why I love the subplot of the third Doctor's unseen adventure in his unit days with Liz Shaw. Both characters, mother and daughter, are really fleshed out in this regard, in how they deal with these events that occurred somewhat like 40 years ago. Well, more like 50, almost 50, because it's set in 2017. So Liv and Helen's involvement in this story is minimal, but we can really see how Liv has evolved and grown as a character, and how she's a more experienced companion now, as we see her on her own here. My favourite scene from this episode is probably the one where Philippa, I think that's what she's called, the mother, threatens the Doctor with a gun to make him explain what happened all those years back. I'm going to give this story an 8 out of 10 because I really liked it. I think I'm in love with John Dorney. This story pits the Doctor against some new Time Lord foes, except they end up being the victims, and the one who we originally thought to be the victim ends up being the true foe. So there's that. I genuinely love all the characters that we're introduced to in this story, their particular ethos and the manners and their complex psyches. Wow, such grandiloquence. He made sure that all these characters had their own backstory and that all these backstories tied neatly into each other. And of course with the series arc, with Kalira meeting the 11. I must say that Kalira is a very interesting character, especially in this story in which we explore her motives and her, well, essentially her raison d'etre, as French people say. And I also love that the Doctor and his companions get separated, because that always makes for the best stories. Helen had small to do in this story as well, but her compassion and her experience were vital to the narrative. Oh, and the setting. The decadent TARDIS, stationed in the Vortex. Incredibly creative and imaginative. Have I said that I love John Dorney? Well, I do. My favourite scene is when the Doctor is having dinner in the TARDIS console room, in the decadent TARDIS console room with Sepulchra and Stormblood, whatever he's called. I think it was brilliantly written, and I'm going to give this story another 8 out of 10 because it was great. Ouch. Sorry. Yeah, this is the end of the video. Click like if you like this video and subscribe if you want to see more of me. I talk a lot about Doctor Who, but I also do other kinds of videos. If you're interested in that, you can check my other videos in my channel. All my social links are in the description box below, and share this video with your friends, with your family, with your grandma, with your pet SpongeBob of Liberty. And on that note, till the next time, goodbye. That was a mouthful.